All right, we are live. We have a very cool lamp here. And now we need to make the scary part, an actual build guide. And I'm not very good at that. So let's try how far we can get with taking the pictures, getting all steps visualized, and see the process going, popping out in the way we're doing. I hope this is going to be cool, but we will see that when we get there. Let me pop up the chat so I can see all of you and do that. Let's put the chat here, you are over there. To my work table. And we switch things up a little bit. Hello everyone. This is just so cool. I now have 4 sections, so this is a prototype demo that I want to put on the backpack. Because it's showing different corners, because this is with the infill. A little bit to the right is no infill. So you can actually see how much difference that is making. And that is really cool. That you get that small effect of temperance. And the camera cannot pick up this white to the other white. But I can see a difference. So it is matte white and normal white, and in different situations I like the matte white more, but in other situations, like different locations, the normal white fits better. So it's a little bit off of how that is doing. That small tweak of plastic change makes things look slightly better or not. And I'm very impressed by it, the difference. But oh boy, this one we can run. We're gonna clean this up a little bit in the corner so we can put it in the back. Then we disassemble the other one so we can take inside pictures and how it should look. And do all that. And yay, I should have printed some clicky parts. I forgot to print those, so let's do that right now. Those are some small parts, so that should be easily doable. So we can actually do that. So let's go to Fusion, or let's go to the slicer. Because I'm pretty sure that we have the slicer over here. Okay. That is not the correct one, but let's go to the computer. And look at that cool lamp. Holy crap. Right, I need to find... I really need to order my foldering, because this is confusing, because even I am lost. Yes, I removed you.
Thanks to our station sponsor, the Center for Stress Management.
Let's check Fusion. Easy. I should have restarted Fusion. I forgot that one. There we go. That's the ones I want. Top clip and bottom clip. So I got those already, and this one's already. So this one. Let's focus on that. That is the top clip. Save mesh. Okay. And let's open you up. There. this one. Magnetic parts, insert clip and top clip. Let's see if this one is correct. This one should also be correct. Yes. So let's order them all like this. Is this too much? Or is this around 27 minutes? 27 minutes is fine. That's all the extra parts I need for pictures. I can show things. We'll show them older profile because then we can do the sides and insides. Set ready print now. So that is 30 minutes. We should be able to fill up 30 minutes with the lamp and at least the base photos and cleaning up. Core 1 is printing. Let's check the bed. Bed is not 100% clean. I always forget to remove that starting line. I always forget that one. U1 is not printing right now because I do not have a project. Rhetoric is again in repair because it's not working. And let's see where we're going. I hope everyone is having a good day. A little bit chaotic here, but hey, we deal with what we have. At least for me, it's the fun of creating things. I'm excited to build the guide, but I'm also pretty scared because I'm not a very good writer. And I'm procrastinating this for now 6 days, and I need to do this. And that's the scary part. But we get all of this. So let's create some extra light. Yes. There we go. That's the good camera. So we can actually make some small space here, so we can put this lamp in the back. And I almost electrocuted myself, should not have done that. Well, 5 volts is not much, but it's still, you feel it, I felt it. You know. Be safe, don't play with live wires, please. Don't be like me. Do not do what I do. Learn from my mistakes. And don't do stupid shit. That's my department. Let me do the stupid stuff. So you don't have to. Alright, let's make some space. Oh yeah. This was my very first 3D printed project. And this was 11 years ago. So you can play the board game Mastermind. If you don't know it, Google it. So you have 2 players, one picks 4 colors in that game, and then the other person has around 30 turns to guess it. So every time he puts a 4 color combination, and then the person hiding his color code says 2 right, 1 wrong, and that keeps going until the code is correct. So you're trying to crack the code. This one is now 5 positions, so every time you click you switch the colors. And if you do the bottom click you get 2 green, 2 red, 1 off. Which means 2 of these 5 are correct. 2 are correct color or correct position. But it's not fully full. And 1 is not in sync at all. And then you need to guess every time how many, and this is the turn rate. So you can see how many turns you took. My record was 6. In 6 turns I could crack the code. And this was my very first project with a very big cartoon on the bottom with a lot of soldering and wiring. And yeah, this was not the best. Like, this was 11 years ago, my first time actually soldering and understanding that, so it really looks like crap. Maybe a remake if someone is interested, but we just remake this one in a new design and slicker, maybe more compact, and maybe we can try to turn it into an actual PCB board that just installs plastic cover over it and you're done. That would be cool too, but I don't think that's gonna work. That sounds pricey, custom PCB board for a small site gimmick. But at the same time, it's cool to try. It looks cool to try, so maybe, yeah. We can do that. At least we can try. Alright. Now I need some spaces. It's always the part, like, every time you think you have the time and then, oh right, it's 9 o'clock already. Time goes fast. Alright, let's get these smithers up. Oop. Doing all that. Let's move you all the way over here. So we're getting some clean space where I hopefully can take a little bit more clean picture setup. So I can use this board as the chip set, for example. We're also using, I need to disconnect it now. So there are now 2 ways, well technically 3 ways to assemble the chip board. So there are 3 ways if you want to do Seed Studio, so you want more power. If you want to go simple, you can literally use a €5 or €3 ESP chip, solder it on, but then you're limited to 0.6, 0.8 amps total. This one can go up to 3 amps or how much amperage you deliver, and can also input 12 volts. So this one works on 12 volts. This one is a little bit different. If you input 5 volts, it outputs 5 volts. So if you have a LED strip of 12 volts or 24 volts, you also need to supply the same thing, which gives it more open space, but you cannot reprogram this one. So that sucks a little bit, but it gives more accessibility for people like, oh, I have 24 LED strips, and if that's the same style input, which should, as the 5 volts that I'm using, you can use all the same peripherals, which creates the option you have more accessibility for parts. If someone already has it, you don't have to rebuy it or specifically buy 5 volts. And I'm pretty happy about that idea of, can I do that? I still need to fully double check that 5 volts, 12 volts and 24 volts WS strips or SK chips or the ASA or the APA chips are all identical the same. APA is different because that has 4 links. That one doesn't work. But the WS and the SK should be identical the same in 3 pads, same position of ground, voltage and data. So that should work. And let me grab a drink because I already feel thirsty and dried. So this one technically can do 2 lamps, but yeah, you don't want to do that. But let's make some draft pictures first and then get that up, I think, because if I get the template pictures, start writing the document itself, I think it would be okay. And I still need to model this one on the inside, so this one still needs a spot here and should be doable, something like that, and a little bit in the corner. So I am not complaining about the size, like the size looks good. So you have some wire parts here where you can install the hot wire, click it in, screw that one tight, that is currently printing. Then you can connect all the wires, you can get the wires in there. Should make a small clicky that clicks it in here. And you can hide the wires there. That's a good one. I think I need to move this one a little bit further to the outside. So there is a little bit of wiggle space. Yeah. I think giving a disclaimer that this is the picture, don't follow the directions of these cables, check yourself which one is which one. If you have exactly the same one, you follow the link, you can see the pictures and you can see this is input, that is output, and that works fine. But if you do that wrong, yeah, I cannot be responsible for that. This is the medium chip, so you have more control. You can use all the amperage, and then the small one, which is where I started with. It's the prototype of doing it all. And yes, it is 0.6 limited. You can still run the whole lamp on 0.6, 0.8 amps. And this one is the Seed Studio chip. Should be. Yeah, this should be the Seed Studio chip. Yeah, that's the Seed Studio chip. So this one can go a lot brighter than the base one that is over there in the corner. And doing that. So first, let's hopefully make some pictures. Get some extra light in there. Is this one on? Yes. Alright, so we're gonna put this one also here, so we have bright light from the top. And sorry, it's gonna screw up the camera, but getting the good pictures in is, I think, the focus right now. And getting that set up and see how that clicks. Because we're gonna take a lot of pictures, so if I get the text in, I can add them where I need to. And doing that. Okay. Oh. This word needs to be on Do Not Disturb, because I know people are gonna type. I will get all the beepy messages, which is fine, but at the same time, sometimes it's not fun. There we go. Alright, get the page up. Printer should start printing right now. Why is it still not nozzle for me? Oh, you're here. You're a little bit slow today. See where this is going. We try. Right. I had a little bit of plastic on the top, on the nozzle, which couldn't be cleaned, so hopefully it will work better now. Let's see. There we go. Good printer, you're behaving now. Yes. Cool, now it's probing the bed. Now it's making progress. Heck yeah. There we go. Oh, got it working. Got it working. There we go. Oh. Alright. Let's get the camera in. And, yeah. Didn't take up on that one, huh? There's better angles. Okay, so if we have that angle, should be fine. Oh, I forgot the chip on this one. I need the chip too, man. Ooh, where's the chip? Where did I put the chips? Chip. There we go. Found one. Alright. Couple of these so we can accent that one. Alright. So this is the Seed Studio chip. Probably need to make new pictures, but get the sample pictures in, the draft. No, I say it correctly, incorrectly. Getting the draft pictures in. So we're now making the draft of the guide because otherwise I'm never doing it. That's the problem I'm facing. Okay, so that is this one. Let's clean it up again. Click it in, make a picture of that too. That side. Let's get the angles. Oh, this one needs a little bit of zooming. Specific pictures of that one, so let's get light up there so you can actually show and look at the text. So you get a small picture there. That angle's better. That board. No, steady. Combine this one in one picture, so I can open one up and close one down. Oh, of course, you're not going to stay flat, huh? No, okay. Okay. Let's get a red strip left over. Let's add that picture in. let's do that, because I know this is one of the picturize this. So, now the hard part is lining this one up and don't fall flat. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, right in the way. Okay, that is a not good picture. So when this happens, use a pin set or another small tool to actually bend the clip up a little bit, so actually the strip goes under it. I think that's the best way to do it. I can do it in other ways. I think this is the best way of explaining it. To actually do it correctly, because now it's actually under it. That, and this is the good picture. Alright, there we go. Hey Stuart! How are you doing today? I hope your evening and day is going good. I'm trying to make pictures for the build guide of making my lamp. Don't know if you're new here or you already knew what I'm doing, but welcome. So I'm trying to make that build lamp, so that one that you can assemble it yourself and buy the files and printables, print it yourself, buy the materials and have a really cool lamp assembled, but it needs a build guide. And that is pretty hard to do because I can create things, I have no problem with that, but actual explaining it and making it viable for anyone to build, that's a lot harder. Ah, Smurf. Cool. Yeah, I've seen many faces, so if you have something, if you showed something, or just were you just a visitor or another content creator, or just, then I can hopefully remember a little bit, because I talked with so many people. It's hard to remember faces and names. And if you have meetings, feel free to introduce yourself with that, because I can mostly remember things better than faces. But that's definitely me. Cool. Well, appreciate you hanging out and have time for that. And yeah, I'm slowly trying to make the build guide so people can actually buy my lamp, and hopefully I can get some income from that so I can build more projects, which is the scary part for me, because I already have 60 people following me on printables and I've not put anything online yet. So that's a small indication people want the marble contraption. So people want the marble contraption or the lamp, and I'm slightly nervous because I want to do it appropriated good. And ooh, that's a lot of steps, man. That's a lot of steps. But at the same time, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. So let's unwind this one again. Let's see where it goes. But yeah, Smurf was great. Ooh, that is really cool. I have done, well, not technically lightning electrician and stuff, but on the festivals in the Netherlands, I have built up the framework to install the lights. So we had instructions how to build a framework, get the wires up. That's all I did, was put wire here, bring wire there, and plug it in that point and plug it in that point, and just follow guiding instructions. And just the whole framework of installation, that the framework is strong enough, so I know that a little bit. That's mostly me doing brute work of installing the whole framework so the lights actually are safe-ish. I say that because we already had one part completely collapsed because someone forgot a couple clicky point thingies that were not structural strong, and then another technician was climbing into the thing to check the lamp, and his weight was enough to collapse a big part of the framework. That was not fun, because we all got blamed and no one knew exactly who worked on that. I definitely was on the other side, so I definitely know that it was not me and the other people, but yeah. You're building it up fast, because sometimes you literally have half a morning to build it up, because in the evening the event starts. So you get decent build instructions of how to do it, but then yeah, if someone makes a mistake and no one double checks, after that we went triple, four time checking instead of double checking. So, but yeah, it's so cool with how, like, I don't like festivals in itself. I'm not a party goer or a festival guy, but I do enjoy the technical side of how everything is brought together, the power wise, the sound, the light areas, how it all plays together to make the event a memorial thing for anyone joining it. And that is really cool. That is the cool part for me, of realizing that small part of how do you make that, and then get all the LEDs, the lights working on the DJs, the booths, and those small interactions that combine the whole play into one big act. That is really cool. That is, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. All right. So we got this one. And now, can I safely cut this one? Yes. Shall I take pictures from that one? Yes. All right. So we can move this one now. So we can close this one and this one. I did not have an extra lamp ready to actually full assemble, so I'm taking as much setup as I can. Better safe than sorry. And doing all that. Alright, so 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We need 18 pieces. While we have 16 LED strips, you have an entrance and an exit. And the exit part also needs 1 clip to hold it in place, which goes nowhere, but it's still a holder for the whole process. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got that. And I don't think I need a picture of this. This is easy to remake, so let's focus on the next part. We got this one ready. We can soon snip this one and make all the pieces, take a photo of that and puzzle that one out. And then I can do that. So now I can grab this lamp. And this one should have, oh, this is the old chip. I don't think I actually have a lamp. That is that one. Okay, that's that one. Oh, why are you not going? There we go. Alright, let's put the light away for now and don't blind myself. Ow! This light is sharp. Okay, so top end result plus minus. Oh, this is an old version, so this is not having the clicky parts, so that should be fine. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go.
You are listening to 24/7 London Radio.
Check if all these are clicked in. We're gonna make new pictures, but I'm gonna take as much pictures so I can actually visualize and grab the placeholder pictures and then remove the whole background, move the whole area and make the perfect pictures. I'm so much stuck for the last 4 or 5 days of I need to build this guide, and I'm so procrastinating in not doing it that I'm like, okay, screw this, we're gonna do a live stream, take the pictures, force myself to actually start building the guide. Well, the guide is probably very simple and I can look back at it and laugh my ass off like why I couldn't do this. At the moment, I just can't. And that part needs to, how do you say that correctly? I need to overbridge that point of I need to do it, I want to do it, I should do it. But my mind's like, yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Alright, that works. Yeah, that's the hard part of like having a great mindset or not great mindset. Like it's always that puzzle of doing something. So bottom should look like that. That should be fine too. Yes. Okay, we can puzzle that one out later. This is what I don't want to show. We got that part in place, so we can click this one back. And put this one in place. It's always a little bit of a pain, this one, but still needs an update. I do not have the clips disappear so fast. I need to reprint those. But for now, this works. That one can also go back and focus on that. All right, there we go. Making progress. All right. Okay, let me check how the print is doing. All right, that is on the way. That is good. And at least we can show the clickies on the small cut sample, because I have a small cut sample here. That is a little bit easier to take the pictures on the inside and a little bit different angles, so you can actually see what's going on. and visualize it a little bit better. This was one of the first testings, and I was like, I can use it as a side view for the pictures, which is also a good thing to have, because if I take it from the real picture, as you just saw from the bottom and the top, it's really hard to actually see what you're doing. And that is not fun. Right. Let's check that one. Let's check. Alright. Discord is being busy again. Alright, so I'm printing the pieces for this so I can actually show the system a little bit easier. And then we can do that. Then we can show the inside and the outside. And then up is down. That's the smartest part. This is a sample piece. I probably need to reprint this and make it in the new version. Yeah, no. But like, it's fragile. But that is why. Oh, I can't see myself on camera, so sorry. So it's fragile. That's why I put it in here. Because that stops it from bending too much. So it's a little bit of a wiggle, and I'm still slowly improving that. But I have now built 14 lamps, and this works. And then you click it on top, on the top, tight with that clicky part, and on the bottom, which locks it kind of in place. And that makes it decently stable. Because it hangs from two sides, even if the gravity just takes it, the top makes it sticky on. So that's how I got away from, yeah, this stuff is quite fragile. But at the same time, as long as you don't bend it like this, just do this type of stuff, it works decently good. And for a very thin piece, I'm impressed that it works like this. So yeah, it's decently fragile. I had one pixel die on the big one, but that's our SK chipboards. And maybe something snapped. I don't know. It could also be every time I disconnect, the power surge goes in and out, and that is also not so great for the LEDs. Not a feature you want to do all the time, but hey, I love showing it off at events, and then like click. Yeah, I'm killing my own LEDs by the power surge every time I reconnect the lamp. I'm adding 3 more amps of power to every LED part, and like, yep, that goes bloody fast. Should not have done that, but it's really cool to show because you get everyone surprised. It's like, that's a big lamp, and then like the big one, so, and you just do that disconnection trick with this one, and you get people so surprised, like, wait, what? That is really cool. But I keep doing it, but I know that my LED strips will slowly get damaged by keep doing that. But it's a cool feature, and I just love to show it off because you get so many people as surprised, like, wait, what? And that is really cool. That's an awesome part, but that one needs a lot of fixing. I need a custom PCB to actually bring that one out. I really want to go there, but that takes a lot of budget and income, which I just don't have. It's a cool prototype and I love working on it, but if I want to bring it out as an actual sellable product, then that's a lot of steps I am unable to take right now. And I know that, and that's the scary part. I understand that I cannot take those steps. Yikes. But we will get there. In time. that's the big lamp and doing that, like small lamp with the, so as you saw on Smurf. And now we will remove the lamp for now. Let's put the lamp over here. Let's put the magnet safely away. Okay, there. Because I really love doing this because it's that angle here. So face can focus. If I turn on the lights and put this one off, because I noticed a lot of people at Smurf were not realizing how much that outline here has effect on it, and you can see the difference. Even in the camera, you can see difference how it's not bleeding. Here it's bleeding, and now it just is straight popping out. And I made this quarter half version because this side is matte PLA, and this is normal white PLA, and the camera cannot pick up the difference, but I visually can see a difference between the matte PLA and the white PLA. The camera has a little bit more trouble with that because then you actually need to turn it around and compare pixel by pixel. But it's so cool to see the difference, especially when you have this section. So this is matte, so this should, right? No, this is matte. This is matte PLA. Where am I now confused? Now this is matte PLA. So this side is matte PLA with infill, and this is normal white. And you can see the difference very bright here. You see so much bleeding in this one, and the moment I made the lamp, and that was... Wait, when did I make this? Okay, in last year August, I had 40 days to build the big lamp. I had made a small prototype before that. Let me check Instagram and see that post. When did I make the first version of this one? I made a couple before, but this was the version I was very happy with. And then which side was that? When did I post that? When did I post that first lamp? Okay, my very first lamp was posted in 2023. Then the new version I made in July 2025. So in July I made the first version prototype of this one, which should be somewhere over there. Yes, that's that one. I don't think I can power supply it right now. Or can I? Maybe I can, maybe I can. So this is the new version. And I think this one is gonna blow up because this one, the brightness is way too hot. And this has no WLED, so I cannot adjust it, which sucks. But yeah. I need a USB-C. Go. Okay, I think this one is full bright still because I don't use this one that much. So if this is too bright, it's gonna blow up. Oh, I installed WLED on it. Oh, I installed WLED on it? Wait, I installed WLED on it? I forgot. So now you can already see between red and this one the difference between the absolute first version and the now version. You can also see that I made the bottom smaller and this whole edge is gone here. Also, this one's a little bit changed. The top is now added with my logo instead of this weird thing that I made. I have no clue why I did that, but I changed it to this one to actually represent my own logo. So you get that. Like now I need to double check. Is this on WLED? Because it's red, it should be on WLED, right? Okay, so I am in my WLAN Wi-Fi. Let's hope, because if this is the same, yes, okay. Okay, that's that one. Okay, that is that one. Okay, let's go to color, not color loop. No, I don't want that. I always forget this one. Where is it? Bread, candle, chase. Where is it? Yeah, like, well, we can actually see it right now because I remember that. But I'm trying to find the same thing that has some cool stuff into it. I don't want to do this one. This one is not great. Where is that one? If I see it, I remember, but I always forget the name. Or I just don't see it. No, I don't see it. Stream spot. Spot. WLAN, come on. Work with me, please. Not rainbow. That one. Octo something. Octo. Okay, this one doesn't have that. Okay, well, we're going for this one then. So go back here. There is lamp 2. And let's switch this one to the same, so you kind of get the same effect. Yeah. So now you can see the difference between the new versions. Even the plastic is slightly different already. And how the bleeding of this one stops it. So you get, like, I like this more, but this one also has a cool effect and the appreciation. If you like this type, if you want to have it bleed and pop out, you can just print one color. If you have multicolor and you want to stop the bleeding and make the colors pop out hyperfocus, because I'm gonna double check. Brightness is the same right now. So the brightness is the same, and you can technically see that this one and this one compared to each other, the brightness is the same. So this one looks sharper just by the outline designs. So the outline design makes it possible that you can see it more sharper, so it pops out more and from longer distance. And that's for me the cool part of, oh wow, I didn't think about that. And that's so cool of the visualization of making different versions and building it up. So yeah, this was my very first lamp, and if I do it correctly, yeah, this one has all the pogo pins on top. So this was my first pogo pin, and I made it just for one layer. I wanted to make it stackable continuously, and I just realized I couldn't do that. These pogo pins are not fully lined up like the big one is. I can only do this one because if I switch this the roof around, as you can see there, so put the light on, it doesn't work because there are a couple magnets now, not to each other but resistance, because I did not, while soldering this one, I did not align the magnets. So the pogo pins are fully not aligned. So with this one I learned it doesn't matter how I put it, there's always one or two not working. So if I put it correct, then it clicks in, because then all the magnets go down. But there are a couple magnets retracting each other when the moment you turn it around, because they're not all synced in line. The big one, I took the time to actually mark all the magnets, all the pogo pins, so they're all aligned. So it doesn't matter how I turn it, it's always connecting. It doesn't matter how I flip it, upside down doesn't work. But doing that, was my first mistake of like, oh right, the magnets have an alignment issue. I'm happy I learned it at this one and not at the big one. Because if I did it on the big one, that's a lot more fixing and repairing, and this one I just don't want to repair it. Like, this is fine like it is. This is cool. Let's keep it like this and just don't touch it. Like, but yeah, the difference is, the difference is really cool to see. And that's just the appreciation of me taking the time of building a cool lamp. And in the dark it just pops out. Like, I have more light here, but the camera makes it really dark, and that is really cool. There are so many small things in this that I still want to play with. I hope to make a patchy version that is a little bit thicker. So you now have 2 layer lines in this field, but I need probably 6 layer line thickness for fully transparent patchy. So you can give it other colors. Other transparency layers work fine too, but then you can make a dark lamp that when you turn it off is not white. So you get a dark lamp when it's off. And hopefully then you have a dark lamp that can make RGB LEDs with a little bit of dark contrast. I want to play with that, so I really need to out-test that and see if that works. But at the same time, well, that's gonna be cool if it works. Yeah, let's move this one away. So we don't need this one anymore. But that's really cool because this was the first current version lamp. And then I have my very first one that doesn't have the LED strips anymore. But you can see that the hexagons were way more out-popping. And yeah, this was the very first version I made. And this was a very fast design, and the LED strip itself, so the LED pad goes from this one all the way here, because I was like, I wanted to play smart and I want to solder less. So if I go like this, I only need to do 8 LED strip pads. That was a big mistake. It was very hard to get the LED strip in because it got stuck on all the corners here, because there was a lot of bridging going up. And white only pixel tape. You mean the pixel tape itself? Does this matter if it is black or white? Because I picked black because these are the WS, and I have same LED strips with SK chipsets, which are white. So I can see the difference between white and the SK chipset and the WS chipset, because if I have them in the same color, I cannot see the difference between those two. It's really hard to see. But does this matter? Because I didn't think about that this would matter, because the LEDs go in that direction, right? So that they just go out. Oh, more simpler. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, true. Then you can make a simpler lamp. I like the RGB, but yeah, like, you can definitely do that. That opens up more options. Like if someone doesn't want to have RGB and just a lamp that goes on off, you can do it like that. And that works too. But didn't even think about that. I just assumed like everyone just wants RGB, right? And if you turn it on white, it should be white. Because then you can do just do this, and now it's a white lamp. But yeah, this takes a lot of power. Uh-oh. But yeah, then mix that up with that effect. So that's why I assume, but like, making white with RGB is pretty power intensive. Maybe the normal whites are less intensive. I have not looked up that detail, so I would not have the clue to actually say, oh yeah, that's a huge difference. I'm not sure. But let's stick with this one. And to do all that. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that. See, this is why you live stream. This is why you chat, because you get new ideas, new directions of shaping things up, and that is pretty cool.
Thanks to our station
let's put the lamp back
the
here.
Centre for Stress Management, London.
Ooh, yeah. Cool. I think plate is still a little bit hot, so let's do the shake. Cool it down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, bottom is getting colder. It's almost at the same temperature as my fingers, which is good. So I don't want to bend the plastic. Oh, I heard the cracks. Starting to hear some cracks. Shake it more, shake it more. Okay, now it should work, so there we go. Cool. Now we're gonna pull all these off. Put them all in place. I don't want to touch the plate because I don't want to grease the plate. There we go, that's better. That's better. Then let's put the lights back on so I can take more pictures. Right, let's put the lights back on. And let's take more pictures. Oh, I forget my phone again. Still Wi-Fi mode. Should be fine. Yes. Alright. And now we can put this one back so we can get the extra light. That gives it a little bit more brightness. Kind of want to have that angle, or do we want that angle? Yeah, that angle. Okay, let's see what we can make.
You are listening to 24/7 London Radio.
There we go. Let's get that detail in. This one. No, focus. Okay, got the focus in. Yep. Okay, this one has some stringies left, so let's clean it up. It's not a nice picture with stringies. I know this is a draft picture, but I still want to remove strings. Okay, that is a lot cleaner. Yeah, it's better. So now we're just making the batch pictures and get all that in. Put all that, because if I got the collection of pictures and I'm able to write the parts of the guide, then I can add these pictures as draft pictures and not get stuck in, oh, I need to take the picture, and then I get distracted, and then I get like, oh, I cannot make the picture. Now this is the draft picture, this is what I use as a placeholder, and then I can learn while writing the guide making, or no, how to make the correct writing guide, because it's stuck in my head and I want to write it down, but then I get like, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good, and I'm never doing it. So I need to just make a draft, write it down, and actually make it. That's where my procrastination gets kicked in. It's like, no, because that's not good. That's, yeah, human habits. All right, so let's disconnect you over here. We're gonna cut these, and probably tonight or tomorrow I will set up a whole lamp. I think, no, Saturday I'm busy, so maybe Thursday or next Tuesday I'm gonna do another assembly build of a lamp, and then I will take more pictures of while building to get all the angles in on the inside. And not forget it this time. I already built this lamp so many times, and every bloody time I forget to take pictures. I have the live stream, and those quality is decent for drafting, but I want good pictures. While it's for drafting, I want good pictures, because then I can actually make the good pictures out of it. Keep forgetting it. Keep forgetting it. All right. Now we go for the scary part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the scary important part of all this. And let's do you here. No. So we don't have the light here, and I'm not blinding myself too. Okay, no, I'm just gonna turn it off. That works too. Because if you cut it in another way of like first 6 skip, then 7 times 10, then you never get into the ends with the soldering joint. So you never end with a soldering joint, because these soldering joints cannot fit into this. They won't fit. So there is a specific way you need to cut it, and this is for me the scary part that I need to explain very clearly, because if you miscut, there's a high chance you cannot recoup it. So this is the part I really need to explain properly, clearly. Skip 6, then 7 times 10, skip 3, 6 times 7. I'd like, that's where I get stuck explaining how to do that correction in place and do that correctly, and it's very simple. I'm used to it, but people like need to understand that this is a very precise thing, and please don't screw it up. That's the scary part. Hey Silent Mode, how are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where's my cutter? Okay, so okay, I need a picture of this. Now we need the lamp again. Yeah, oh, that's better. Alright, take that picture. Take the picture. Alright, there we go. That's those pictures. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Almost screwed it up. The importance is that you cut it in the center point, because then you have the click system a little bit easier. Do it as sharp as you can. That's a little bit of practice, but you get used to it. So now we have the starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this needs to be repeated 10 times now. So that is 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is just slightly boring, but it needs to be done. Because you can do this with soldering, and I wish you good luck. That's gonna take some time. I know people can solder decently fast, but this click system is just way too good. Like, it's very, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's number 3. And getting that all up in place. That's number 3. Alright, that is good to hear, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is good to hear. Like, overworking brings in some money, but it's not good for your mental state. But I also know it's sometimes fully needed. But don't overdo it, because that's not good. That's number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's unwind it a little bit more. Okay, come on, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is good to hear, that you're not as overworked as last week. But reading the sentence of that, you're still overworked, but less. So that's better. That's better. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's turn the camera off there. Yeah, I'm taking my steps in now, trying to at least get pictures and set up how to make the build guide for this lamp, so I can hopefully, my goal is to go to the Maker Faire in Hanover, and my goal is get the guide, get printables live before the Maker Faire in Hanover, which is in August. Which sounds far away, but hey, if you procrastinate good enough, you blink and you miss it. So I want to stop procrastinating, make some work on this every day. So hopefully in time I can say, you can buy my lamp on printables and self-print, self-assemble it yourself, and I hope you have a blast with it. Because I'm getting more people there now. Yeah. Oh. And the scary part is I already have 59 people follow me on printables. And I have not uploaded anything yet. They're just waiting on the lamp and the marble contraption. Like, that's scary, and I have enough people that's not following me on printables that still wants to buy it, so that's even more. That number is getting higher. And that number doesn't represent that they will buy it, but they're waiting to buy it. So that gives you a small indication if people really want my lamp. Oh, people want my lamp. But that's scary. That's scary. Yeah, it's ready when it's ready. But when you get a lot of people sending private messages on Instagram and Discord and email, hey, is your lamp ready already? If you have a prototype, you can already send it to me. I will test it for you. I'm like, no, I have some couple of people that are testing for me and doing all that. And like you said, Stuart, it's ready when it's ready. But like every time they send that messages, I slightly get stressed out of it. I know it should not affect me and I should not watch it, but like, oh man, they're really trying to rush me. Please wait a bit. I'm doing a good quality thing. I'm trying to just make a good product, and I don't want to rush it and make mistakes. But some people are very impatient and it shows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Like, I appreciate all the people that want it, and that is awesome, but yeah, most of them fully understand it and are just excited after the Maker Faire or after Smurf, or when I did the Polymaker Meet the Maker video on their YouTube channel, and I was in a live streams this Saturday of 3D Printing Jerry, so 3D HP guy that does a long podcast of many people. You can just join in if you're a content creator and want to show something. And yep, I got 9 more followers, and again a message on Instagram like, hey, when's the ready? Can you test it? And one got so excited, and that is fine. The excitement is fine, but some get stupidly aggressive when you say no, and that is not good, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I had people that were excited, overexcited at first, and when I explained like, hey, I'm doing this and this and checking, they were like, oh, sorry, I just realized I'm rushing you and I should not have done that. There were 2 on the whole list that were like, sorry, I got stupidly overly excited and I just wanted it, and then think about how you feel it and what is all still needed. I will see the post when it is ready, and I'm excited to see when it's ready. And then they realized like, oh shit, there's still a lot of work behind it. It's not just this lamp works, I can put it online, because I need to order the electronics. I need to test all the shapes of electronics, because currently we have the Seed Studio board chip. But for people that just want to use WLED and nothing else, they can also buy this one. €4, same price. Less simple, you just plug and play, and WLED is also ready. This one, if you want to program, you can actually program this one and build your own things on it. I now have a lamp ready, which is, I think, that one, or this one. Yeah, this one. I can play Snake on it, and I can play Flappy Bird on it. This doesn't have WLED anymore. This is my own code. Upload it, create it, and you can play Snake on it. And that also works. Doesn't work on this one, but if you have a board like this, you can upload your own code and make Snake. So that is really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And take that step of like, make it a playable game or really custom interactions that WLED doesn't support. And I want to give people that have that coding knowledge the option of like, oh, I want to make things myself. Well, get this board or your own different board that you plug in the bottom, and you're good to go. Feel free. The electronic side is completely open. I don't like that you're going to resell it, or remixing I'm not very happy with, but you're fully allowed to put your own electronics in it. If you want to switch RGB LED strips with something else, you are free to tweak that and customize the lamp for that division. It's not allowed to resell unless you, probably when I set it up, the club access on printables, Patreon or other systems, you pay me €50 a month and you get full access and official reselling license rights. With that support line, I'm also able to put in different printable things that can speed up the assembly process and make things a lot easier and faster, and make small tweaks in the lamp for production units. People that are subscribed to the €50, I can't do that, because then I have hourly rates. Like if there are already 2, I can put at least 2-3 hours a week of improving the bigger manufacturing version and optimizing the print speed, the quality and everything even more, and build that up into the normal version. But also make a way that cutting this goes a lot faster, because I'm doing it all manually. But we can make a small rig where you put it in, click, put it in, click, put it in, click, put it in, click, instead of me manually doing snip, 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 snip. There are a lot of things, but that is specifically for the selling, do-it-yourself package sellage stuff area, because if someone makes one lamp, I'm not going to give you a whole tool like, oh, you need to print this whole block and cut it out precisely, because that doesn't work. But the moment you are actually selling, and you're selling 10 lamps per setup per event, then speeding up the build process actually is profit. So with that €50, I can give you that stuff, and that's where you can download all that. You still need to buy the model itself, because that's a separate thing. But the moment you subscribe to that €50 range, you get full access to that. If people are selling way too much, I'm like, hey, if you're going over this amount, then I need to make a €200 version, because hey, I want to get something, or we're going to talk about percentage cuts. But yeah, I get there when I get there. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if people actually want to resell it. But if that happens, I hope a lot of people find me and actually appreciate that I made the lamp instead of just stealing it. So hopefully with the support type, I can improve the chance that people want to subscribe to it as a seller. And do that. No clue? We'll post it out when I get there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those are all small things that I can still tweak and adjust and work on. But some things, yeah, need some budget. Really need some budget. I cannot change that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? And now if I go continue on, you can see that this one is really close. And that's why we cannot continue. Because I can continue one more time, I think. So this is now 5, 10. So this is 10 pieces. Now we're at the 10. Because if we keep going, you're gonna get this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is not fine. And by doing this one first, you're gonna get in a loop in the 6. You need to do more cuts. So I puzzled out, if you go to here and remove 3 LEDs, 1, 2, 3, and snip that part and start counting from this one, you can get to 6 pieces without doing an extra step cut. Yeah, that took some time to actually find that point out, like in the least amount of cuts can I make the LED strip parts out of 7 pieces. So you only need 2 cuts. At the start 6, go 10 times 7 LEDs, then cut 3 and then 6 times 7 again. So you only have 1 jump in the center. It's impossible to do it in one go, because every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Every 15 LED strips, you end up at a soldering joint. So it's impossible to go with 7 all the way to 16 times 7 to not pass on a 15 or 30 or 45. See the problem with 45 to be 7? Like, you're getting closer and closer and closer, and in one fell swoop it's gonna match. And 16 times 7 you're gonna match over, and then it matches up. So doing that first 6 cut away moves that point enough that you can go 10 clean, 3 cut, 6 clean. And that's kind of how it works. Now I don't need to forget 1, 2, 3. Where's my cutter? Where's my cutter? There's my cutter. Found the cutter. Alright, double check. 1, 2, 3. And to make that, yeah, you get a system that is reliable, producible. Unless China adjusts the lead strip soldering points, and then I'm screwed. Then I'm sorry. That it changed. That I cannot fix that. But this is very consistent, always the same. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's set it up. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, that is 1. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I did my best to think about all the small details that can ramp up in problems, that I remove as much problems while building, and this is the results of that, of trying to take your time in that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To hopefully make the build process faster, easier, and less complex to understand. Because my first version was like, how much soldering points do you need? How much pogo pins do you need? And by removing all that, no soldering needed, so it's literally plug and play. The complex becomes a lot easier to think about. But yeah. Hey, Gersel. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How's the day going there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting sleepy and my mind is drifting off. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? And then you get to the same point of this one, again ending up at this one. And what is cool, you still have some left over in here. So I want to make a small compartment in the lamp. I still need to build it out, where you can hide this piece. So if a LED strip ever breaks down, you can disconnect it and replace it with the leftover. Yes, repairability. And technically recycling, because this leftover, yes, you can technically throw it away. But if you remove the plastic and make this thing really small, plug it into the lamp itself, you're not wasting it, you're not throwing it away. And if a LED strip ever breaks down, you can replace the whole LED strip and use your leftover. These ones you should buy in 20. You're getting 2 extras. There are some really small cases, and I have now built 12 lamps and 11 with these pieces, and I had 2 pieces in total, so 18 times 12. Math is hard, so let's do 20 times 12. So, 20 times 12. 120. So I already have used 240 pieces minus 12, so 228 pieces of these. And I had 2 ones that I just were unable to actually get the LED strip in. I threw them away. So in 12 sets, I had 2 faulty ones. If you buy a 20 pack, which you can also buy the 50 pack if you go double lamp, If you go 1 lamp, buy the 20 pack, you have 2 left over, so there's a small chance. If one of yours is a little bit screwed up and it doesn't click in, or it just doesn't want to bulge in, you still have 2 leftovers. I had fun doing a project with 8 kids and then we stretched with 5 lets of 60 meter and I hit the soldering points. Yeah, see? Yeah. That's pretty impressive because mine are 30 lets a meter and I now have the system to do it without. It's still annoying. It's still annoying. It's frustrating. Alright, so this one also can be done. Yeah. Right, yeah. Yes. Alright, so this is a leftover. Now you should have 16 pieces. Okay, let's make a picture of this one because we never have enough pictures, right? All for the draft. Drafting the good pictures. Let's zoom out. That one. And this part is explainable by doing it like that. And yep, this one is not sticking. So these no. There we go, that's better. But alright, that's the starting thing. That is good. Now we do this. Okay. Oh. Yeah, my table is not good. That's not good. Alright. Let's get the camera back. Lost camera. And do that. It's 5, let's see. 8. Wait, the 60 LED also has LEDs. Wait, this 60 LED also has per 30 LEDs a soldering joint, right? So how are you able to reach it 3 times and not every time? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, I don't know how that happens. But sorry, like I'm pretty sure that the 60 LEDs a meter LED strip has 1 solder joint every 30 LEDs because the 31 per meter has per 15. So how are you able to get 3 hit points on the soldering joint 3 times with 5 LEDs? If you skip the first one, you should never get on the LED strip, or is the 30 LEDs different? I assumed that was also on 30 instead of 15. I never have seen a different pacing. I'm no, you read. I'm sorry. How? You got me confused. You got me confused. Yeah, you really got me confused now. Okay, 2 lead strips aside, because that's the starting point and the end point. Yes. Yeah, that's really confusing. So then we open it up and put one down. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. With patchwork, you can be very unlucky. Yes, yes. Okay, patchwork rate. Yeah, you're dealing with it. And pre-cut, you can still count it if it is, but patchwork is really hard to predict because you never know. So that's a gamble. But if you have normal ones, even pre-cut, you just need to see where the timing is. And if it is pre-cut, then there's a high chance you're never with 5 to 30. You're never gonna hit that. This one goes in there. But that is really, yeah, that is funny. Yeah, with patchwork, absolutely, you will absolutely direct that because like patchworks are the leftovers, and yeah. Oh, there we go again. Let's just close the pin set for speed. Let's get that one in. And even when you pull the pins up, because it's not clicking in, so you can do it. Because when you close it, it actually pushes the pins down on the pad, so that should be fine. Okay, now the hard part. How to make this one not flop. I'm gonna cheese it a little bit, because I'm gonna do this. Put some weight on the top, which I don't take a photograph of. Okay, that needs a straight piece, so let's see if this works. Not too much air. Okay, I need something else. Does this work? Yes, okay, this works. So double check that you have. How do I stop this? Oh, bloody hell, this is a draft picture. I should not focus on this, I know. At the same time, I kind of want to do my best I can. Okay, this works good. Just now I can move reflection, and it's still slowly baking out. Okay, let's move the light again. There we go, found it. Hey Doug Fisher, how you doing, man? Okay, so we got that angle. Now we need to do. Now we can just keep doing this for now, because we need to repeat this process. If we build it on the guide, you need to repeat this 7 times, because we removed the 8th one. The 8th one is just the front and the back. And doing all that. There we go. But yeah, so now we have this one. And putting that up. Only problem is it's killing my back. I'm getting old. Good, let's strip in. 5 volts should always be red, double check that. If you have different wires, you need to check out that your wires, the colors are always correct. 5 volt needs to go to red, 5 volt needs to blue, whatever your outside color is, needs to stay consistent, because if you plug it out wrong, your LED strip will say boom. I'm doing good. I'm trying to do the thing. I'm already procrastinating for 5 days. I don't really want to build the guide, because like the nervousness of doing it wrong, and I want to do it good in one time, and that's not what I should do. So now I'm live streaming a draft and taking all pictures and getting the samples in my head, and then hopefully tonight I can start a new print that actually can assemble hopefully on Thursday or next Tuesday, and then take those pictures, and then that together should be the first draft of the guide. Then start typing it and hopefully have a version ready for people to check. And yes, writing guides is not my strong suit. I'm really good at explaining it. I can keep explaining like this and say, watch my live stream and see how I explained it. But I know a lot of people do not have the patience to watch the video. Yes, I can increase my click rate, so you can do that, but yeah, so I want to prevent that as much as I can, Ursel. I want to prevent that as much as I can. So now I'm taking a lot of pictures in different angles, so at least I have a template library of I can put the pictures in. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Like I'm dropping things. So let's put the pin up and click it in. But in that way, it's gonna, for a draft, it should go decently good then. And then with that, I can get some feedback. Yeah, well, you can go over it. Like, you can definitely go over it. But if you have a small pin or thing that pushes it out, so that's why I went for these. Like, there are others that you actually plug in if you cannot really see it proper, but these ones are a lot better, and I like that. This is the wrong side, already know. So I think if this is gonna happen right now, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Okay, so if you put it in, okay, this one goes correctly, so let's see if the next one screws up. Hey, Jack in the shop, how are you doing, man? We are building the guide. Well, I'm trying to build up my guide here so I can actually do a guide extended guide so people can actually buy my lamp and printables. It's scary. Alright, let's see if this one goes wrong. Okay, Ursel, I have jinxed myself because they're going right now. I want to show something that is the bad part of these things. It's not letting me. They're all going all right. And I don't want to jinx it, so... Now everything goes perfect and I cannot show it. I cannot show the problem. Oh, I cannot show the problem. Oh, bloody hell, this one is also going good. Like, I'm used that 1 and the 2 goes wrong and we're now in a success rate of 5. I jinxed myself positively. That is awesome. Ow, there we go. Look, my thumbs are ground out. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. We're now on a 6th streak of going correctly. Why are you doing this? I want to show the problem. Please. I don't want to fuck it up myself, so be a problem. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Nope. I'm positively. I cannot pronounce the word anymore. In the good side, I'm agitated that it's. Oh, it's still going. Okay. It's still going good. It's still going good. Yeah, Jack in the shop. Hope you're doing good, man. As I just said, I am pre-assembling another lamp, which I didn't print yet. There we go. Okay, now we have the problem. So this can happen. That the clip goes under it. And you see the bottom one, the 5 volts, is under it. That is the huge problem that can happen, and the thing you just do is take them out, have a small pin, flip it a little bit up, tiny bit, and then it should work. That's the thing that can happen. That it's just not connecting correctly, and the clip is just too tiny. But to fix that, mostly putting that small pin up works 80% of the time, and otherwise you just need to bend your LED strip a little bit. See, and now it goes under it. But we had a 7th streak of going correctly. It took... Yeah, it took 8 tries to get one faulty. This is the mistake that happens with these things. Just very simply and doing all that. Hey, and we're making a heart. That is really cool. But yeah, that's the thing that can happen. Like, that you have a small overlap and that's it. It can happen. Yeah. There we go. Click it in. But overall, like, they're actually decently good clips. Like, they're good tight. I'm mostly wrecking my right nail, so it's already starting to be white again because I'm bending my nail slowly bit by bit. So it's not the best, but I pick this every day over soldering it. I don't want to solder it anymore. Like, no. And I know these connections can go bad too, but hey, the good thing is it isn't soldered, so the moment this breaks, you can replace it. You have at least 2 leftovers, you have leftover LED strips, so if it breaks, you can replace it very easily. So yes, it can be a little bit more faulty than actual soldering if you solder correctly. But does it matter if you have replacement parts? No. Yeah, sorry, I know everyone is like, soldering, because it's way better and the connection is better, and yes. But if that one ever breaks, it's a really pain to actually replace. This system might break down a little bit faster, but you can replace it a lot easier. You can replace it a lot easier. And that is cool. That's the part that I like of just... It's such a simple thing, but it works. Oh, wrong side. this one, this one. There we go. There we go. Right, there we go. Yep, drop something. So we get that one in place. Get all the pieces. Hey Lily! How was your stream? Cool, sorry. A couple people messaging me at the same time. Right, so we got that part, we got this part. Now I can use the test sample, make those pictures. How was the stream going there? Now I have these pieces and these pieces. I should have printed 2 more. I should have printed 2 more. Should have printed 2 more. Dumb. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so down is up is down. Ooh, that's a nice plop. Cool, there we go. Is my stream delayed or? Probably not. Clean bits. Okay, so by pushing in doing that. Yeah, I saw it on Instagram, like as I'm setting up my own stream. Pieces of the lamp so I can make a build guide so you can actually print it out yourself. So if you buy the STLs on printables, I'm trying to take the pictures of visualizing how to make the guide because I'm procrastinating it for 5 days right now. It's like I need to write the guide, I need to write the guide, I need to write the guide. I have a problem with the dual streamer because I have not seen any streamer fully focusing on both jets, and one of the 2 sides will feel ignored. And I know 2 streamers that do that too and have a combined jet, but that jet doesn't show up in the stream itself. So if someone on Twitch talks and on YouTube talks, and the streamer reacts on both, you get that heavy disconnect. Like I have done Twitch streaming a decent long time ago, and I didn't feel okay with Twitch anymore. But that's me. I have mods here too, man.
You are listening
like
to
I Herschel is technically a mod, but like I'm small enough that it doesn't really matter still. So that is fine. And Yes, in YouTube you can do moderation, and in Twitch you can do moderation. You have different plugins, layer plugins, which should also work the same. Also that, and like I wanted to do dual streaming too, but back then what's the thing called before being partnered on Twitch? I forget. What's that called? You're not partnered yet, but you still get not fairly paid, but you still get paid. Oh, what's that system on Twitch called again? Affiliated, yes. So I got affiliated, and I was pretty close to partner in that era. That like I could enable partner, but both affiliated and partner, I was not allowed to restream. The rules back then were way tighter. I think it's a little bit more relaxed right now. So you can, but then you cannot show YouTube comments, of course. But in that way, I feel like, why am I on a platform that doesn't allow me to do my thing that I want to do? And with YouTube, I feel a little bit more relaxed. And Twitch is, back in the day, like, I'm not sure if it's still there, but you have those, how to say that without triggering YouTube algorithm. The person's sitting in the water and just doing nothing, streams those just chatting exploded in a very bad way, and I don't like how Twitch in a lot of ways can and will enable a lot of dark patterns. And for me, a dark pattern is in a lot of ways the mini games. But Twitch itself doesn't promote you. Twitch doesn't care that you stream there. YouTube at least has an algorithm system that shows you a little bit around when you do things consistently. Twitch doesn't promote the smaller streamers. They only promote their big partners, and that's it. So you need to do a lot of promotion yourself, which is fine. That is also a part of needed. And yeah, I felt not okay with Twitch anymore, and how Twitch was going to those not really great streamers, and the rules got updated right now, and I'm very appreciative of that. But yeah, I have an old account which I don't have my password for, and I cannot remember which email it is. I made a new account, and in a couple Twitch streams I cannot even chat because I need to use my phone to have two-factor authentication, and I only have one phone number, which is still locked to my old account. And yeah, that sucks. But Twitch, what I heard, is doing a lot better the last few years, and it's more focused on game streaming, but there is still a big section of content creators doing creative stuff, like Layers with Lily. Oh no, give up why. Appreciate it's there. Give up why. That will just it will strangle yourself. Like it's not gonna work, man. it will find a way, but doing all that's the hard part of understanding where you want to stream, where you want to choose yourself. I'm not sure if I ever will be on Twitch, or maybe if I get enough basic income of selling my products, have those printables club access stuff, that I maybe do a stream a week on Twitch and a stream per week on YouTube, and I just diversify, so I have a stream there and a stream there, and possibly do two different projects, one on Twitch, that project, and we'll maybe get the feeling of like, hey, is Twitch an actual platform to do that? Can I focus on that? Or is Twitch more like I'm doing random stuff and YouTube starts to focus more on the projects? I'm not sure. It's a possibility that on YouTube I really focus on the live streams or the projects, like doing specifically that. But maybe on Twitch I can set it up like, okay, it's a creative just jetting style, and I'm just building parts of something, and I switch to a different project and I show things more, and maybe that. I'm not sure, but always keep that possibility open of where do you want to go, and don't deny yourself because someone says, oh, Twitch is bad, YouTube is bad. Decide that for yourself. Be the person that decides, not let, yeah, how you say that correctly? Do not let someone else decide because they say it's bad. Make that decision. Acknowledge that, say that, hey, they say that Twitch is bad, or they say YouTube is bad, or they say that TikTok is bad. But stand behind your own mind and take your own conclusion out of it, and not assuming that someone else is right. They can be right, but I'm gonna do my own research in finding out, are they right? And with that, make the conclusion you want to stand behind. That's the most important part that I feel okay with. I don't feel okay with Twitch right now because I still have a lot of bad memories from how Twitch was back then. And yeah, seeing all the mini games, the giveaway things, and like that triggers for me the dark patterns that I'm not happy with. So I don't feel comfortable there yet. So YouTube here, I don't have to do that. I don't get forced into that. And I never have to say that point of like and subscribe. I still feel bad about that. If you like my content, yes, please subscribe. But saying that forcibly every 10-20 minutes still feels weird. And I just don't want to do that. Like, if I make good content, then people will follow me in that point, hopefully. That's what I assume. Yeah, let's keep more pictures. And let's clean this up. So, that is making your own decision in what you do, and I think that for me is the important part. So I like it. That's okay. Then this one also needs to be straight because then it makes sense. Yeah, I have a new account and I have no access to my old account. I need to find which Gmail or email. I think it's a Gmail. Maybe it's a Hotmail. I don't know. Twitch is so long ago and I have multiple email addresses which I also cannot access that correctly. So maybe one of those has Twitch, and then I'm like, yeah. Alright, so okay. Cool. So now you get this part, so let's make the test sample here. I like dual camera setup because then you get small different angles, so with the small camera. So this one I can freely move around a little bit more, so I can also put it here in the angles and put it in the corner, so I can build the lamp so you can see the bottom of the lamp. This is my free camera that I can play around with a lot. My face camera is mostly focused on that, and then the top camera just shows different areas. And yeah, these cameras are not that great to take pictures of, so Pixel 6 makes a lot better pictures, so I can make the guide with higher quality pictures. It's still a draft, but I want to reach the point where in this room I probably will have 6 cameras. Like, I have this area, and I can, now this is what I can do, so I can switch to only this camera. And my printers are currently, don't yank the cable out, please. So in this corner, I currently have my printers on. So the Red Rig, the Core 1, and the U1. All great printers. This is my window to the outside, so I'm on the first floor. Yeah, well, this is the only tour site you can get because I don't have more space right now. But I want to move this downstairs, and if I'm gonna approach the point and I want to paint an airbrush, I want to make an airbrush booth here, and the U1 place will be a soldering station that actually vacuums the air out. I can currently easily light solder here, but the fumes of soldering, yeah, gets you foggy. So in that area where the printers are standing, I want to build an airbrush soldering area. So I don't want to move cameras all the way. And full focus, that focus, work table focus. So I have multiple angles to do things with. To play around with the setup, like how do you do this? And yeah, so downstairs I have a big table. So if you go a couple live streams back where I was building my big marble contraption, you see the setup downstairs, which is using these cameras. So it took me a lot of time to move the cameras back up again, and I want to get cameras downstairs too, but I kind of want 3 cameras for the airbrush and soldering station. So those 3 cameras are mixed with these ones, and hopefully I can do that. I currently do not. I want to play more with, I really want to, I need to email Soraya Tech and hopefully get some, the TPU stuff like you were playing today with. I was like, I want to do that too, but that stuff is pricey and I cannot afford it right now. I do mostly stuff in PLA and PETG, and I don't have a high-end temperature printer to actually think about doing special material stuff. I really dislike carbon. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to breathe it. I don't want to touch it. I really don't want to. The carbon rot stuff, if I touch it, goes on my skin. I stay away from that. I have the same thing with resin printing. I want a really good safe setup before I do resin. And yeah, TPU I want to play more with because I have the U1 right now. So with that, I can hopefully make cool combinations and see if that works. I want to get access to that soluble stuff, so that water evaporating stuff, because I want to make something that needs a solid infill that I can go away, and then you can put the LED strip in place. So that's it. I want to make something, yeah. So I want to make a LED strip that can go inside a solid piece, and then it can do kind of like that, for example. So it can print it like this, in this weird angles. Can I make that without support? Yeah. It's really good for TPUs. I need to get my hands on it. I currently don't have budget, so I'm really budget constrained, and I'm ready, like, in Augustus, I'm probably going to the Maker Faire in Hanover, and I'm already, like, the next few months, that's the cost for the Maker Faire in Hanover, so, like, yeah, but the problem is, if I slice it like this, this one is gonna collapse. If I slice it like this, this is gonna collapse. Yeah, so if I want to print something in this shape, I want to use the water-soluble stuff. And with the water-soluble stuff, I can do solid, I can print the chamber like this in weird shapes and really go full. So there is no hanging support, there's no hanging plastics. And with that, and then I put it in water, the soluble stuff goes away, and I can just push the LED strip in the shape that I modeled. And it just follows the path, hopefully good enough, that you can actually do something like this. And then you get really cool light patterns, and then playing with complete blackout plastic that stops the RGB strip. So I can make the line out like this, but then in customized shapes. I want to play with that. Ooh. Yeah, TPU is awesome, but it also is, it's a special weird thing. Yeah, but I want to play with the Soraya Tech stuff, and you did felting. I'm kind of looking at the furry suit compartments, and I'm not good at doing the felting stuff or the furry head space and the paws making stuff. I'm no interest for that. But what I want to play with is, can I make the printed parts even more lighter with that combination? Because wearing all those big costumes, that's heavy. And I want to see if I can make a small fan system that actually works, that you can plug into the TPU on the inside, wiggle parts, and then you have a little bit of cooling around you. I just want to play with that kind of stuff. And I think for the furries and the big cosplayers, if they use a lot of TPU foam and there's space inside, you can cut a part out, install that special fan, and have a little bit of cooling for at least a couple hours. I want to play with that kind of stuff, so probably need to go to a furry convention to make the connection so I can actually learn how they all make those costumes and introduce my silly electronic parts. Because you can combine it. Like, I've seen so many cosplayers and the furries just going down in an event because they forget to drink water. They're over in heat because you're wearing a big suit with a lot of fur in a convention that is already bloody hot. And I just want to see, can you make a small device that you can click into the TPU parts so it is soft around it, so you don't actually feel it? I'm gonna look at that. No, I didn't think about that one yet. But that effect of like, can you do that? Yeah, the Protogen furries are really cool, but I'm like, I think we can do that better. I love the Protogen. The masks on the inside is really exclusive, so I want to see. I think there is a way to do that better. Like, but I want to play with that, but I want to email Sorayatech like, hey, can you give me some of your TPU foam? But I don't know where I'm gonna use it for yet, because it's still in the mind prototype idea of like, can I actually do that? And I don't want to make a false promise like, hey, give me 4 or 8 kilos and I'm just gonna play with it and maybe you get something back. I don't want to do that. So I feel very bad doing it that way. If I have a good prototype that I'm like, I really need that stuff right now, then I will email them, but not before. And everyone says like, no, you need to email them right now. They will probably give you stuff and they don't care. I care. I care if I get that stuff and I'm not using it correctly. I feel scared about that. That's the scary part of like sending messages to the companies of like, how are you doing? Like, hey, if you have this and this, I can do this project and build that up. Like, I want to be sure that I can actually use it. So I'm not sending out an email like, if you can give 12 kilos of prototyping and then maybe that, and then, oh man, I don't want to make a false promise. Hey, Pal 3D. No, Pilot, right? Not Pal. Pilot 3D. KSP. KSP. Is that the air flying game with those small guys in the shuttlecrafts? That's KSP, right? I don't know the full word. PAL 3D or Pilot. Yeah, I said PAL 3D as first. Okay, yeah, okay. I saw the extra D now, so I was like Pilot 3D or Pilot 3D, Pilot 3D, yeah. Yeah, Duckfish, hey, it's okay, everyone, it's going right. But Pelbury, how are you doing, man? How's the day going there? And let's get this one in. So let's okay, that one correctly. Oh, it's getting busy here. I have seen Kerbal Space Program a lot of times, but I never played it. Are you kidding me? Wow, all three don't fit. All three don't fit. Wow. Oh, that. I need to flip all three pins up because none of them clicked in. I'm insulted. Okay, that one is clicked in. Then you bring the last strip back. Okay, now focus on it. Thank you, Lily. Good luck sleeping. I'm not sleeping for a long time still because my sleep pattern is off. Yeah, like I need to check out if there is a decent furry convention, or probably I need to check out the Comic-Con things too. Like in the moment the lamp is up and running, I need to go to a lot of those conventions and show my lamp for actual selling. But I also just want to understand how the furry suit making works, because that is so cool, like how they all do that. There is so much small detail in how those suits are being made, and I see stuff online, but preferably finding someone local and actually see it physically, that would be so great, because then my brain can like, oh, you can do that. It's always so cool to see other people making cool projects. It's so bloody awesome. But yeah, good night. Going. That is the end result. No. Oh, wait. Okay, that was weird. And this one is not clicking, that is fine. And then this one. Now I can take that picture, so get some light from that direction. We're almost done with the pictures here, so. Okay. Then we click them in like that. Then we get picture. Okay, let me do that. Then going over there, doing all this and setting it up. Cool. That is all that. Awesome, this is all the pictures I could take, so this is also probably the end of my stream because I have no pictures to take anymore. But now I have a whole library of this basic pictures. I need to reprint the lamp, get the bottom part in for all the different pieces, because I'm excited because now we have Seed Studio board chip and pre-programmed WLED thing, so if you don't want to program at all, you can get this one. I will make a base which is more open and a little bit bigger, so if you have your own board chip that you want to switch out with, you are free to pick up your own choosings. I will make these two, and this one is hard locked and clicked in with the good base. I like that. This one also gets a hard lock base. But if you have another control chip that works with the WLED system or works with the RGB system that I use or you can use, because this one is a little bit scary. If you put 12 volts in, it will output 12 volts. My LED strips are 5 volt. So I need to input 5 volt. But with this one, it also enables the system of, if I have 12 volt LED strip, I need to supply it with 12 volts. This one has the same thing. It can go to 5 and 12 volts. So if it zooms in, see? So it is a 5 volt and 12 volt output, which is also cool. So they both can do it. So it gives you more options. I use everything with 5 volts because that's what I have in store and keep buying. But if other people already have strips of 12 volts, you can use them both for 12 volts. And I like that you have more, how do you say that correctly? I like that there are more possibilities and you're not locked down like, oh no, sorry, you need to have 5 volt specific. This system can be 12 volt, this one can be 12 volt, and you can swap them out a little bit. But you need to stay consistent that the whole system is 12 volts or 5 volts. This one needs a 12 volt input. So this is 12 volt forced in, but can go 5 volts out or 12 volts out. This one, you get what you put in. If you put 5 volts in, you get 5 volts out. If you put 24 in, it's probably gonna burn because that's probably too much. But it's still technically should work. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this one can also do 24 volts. Yeah, so, but then the whole thing is 24, so yeah, good luck. But that gives more options, and that's combined with the clicky system. No soldering needed. It's all plug and play as long as you have the click cable of this system, and that is pretty cool. Just that way of making stuff. I'm excited about it, but yeah, my throat's dry. But that is pretty cool to hopefully get the system. So hopefully in the next few weeks I can write a guide, and I'm still puzzling out how to share this with others so people can proofread my guide, and a couple people will want to buy the parts and actually print it themselves. That I want to give people options where they can. So I don't want to lock you down by this is what I buy, so you should get it. The problem with the magnets, you need 5mm magnets. Or 3, maybe 3 works too, but yeah, I'm not sure. I need to test that. So there you are a little bit locked. With the engine system, same thing, it's a specific engine. So it's really hard to change this one, because height dependent and all that. So here you're a little bit more hard locked. But if I can, and the lamp is more open, I can give more options, so more accessibility, so more people can actually potentially build it. And that is pretty cool. And I'm happy that it worked out like this, because I'm guarantee you, I didn't 100% plan for this. Like, you do the trial and error and see where it goes and have fun with that. And that is really cool in that process. Like, every time you learn something, and I went from, where is that small tiny board? Somewhere here. Where is my board? That's not the one I want to show. Yeah, there it is. Okay. There we go. So I went from this first prototyping board, an ESP32, if it actually zooms in. So this was this is where my first lamp comes from. Then I found this one, which is more stable, can input 12 volts and go 12 to 5, and actually outputs it and not send it in the chip, because this one is limited to 0.8 amps. Yes, you can go higher, but it gets hot, it becomes a safety risk, and I don't want to be responsible for that. So this has a little bit lower output. This one can output 3 amps in total, and the same with this. You put in what you put out. If you send in 5 volts power supply that can give 5 volts, and the LEDs take 5 volts, this one will do that, probably. Yeah, so this one can output to 6 amps in total. You don't really need 6 amps for 113, 112 LEDs. You need around 4 to be stable. 3 is perfect, 1 works too, but then the brightness goes a little bit lower. But overall, it has a good shape and it has a good step to do that. So now I got the draft pictures, and hopefully soon I can put myself and write the bloody guide and make it workable. Then I have a written guide, and then I need to do the recording of a video guide, because that part is also needed, and I'm really nervous for that one. I think the written guide is also stressful, but a lot easier than making a video guide. I'm slightly scared. Okay, but then I need to bite myself into video editing, get good clearance, get good voice, get that talk in a good way and not too fast, because I notice sometimes on the stream I'm talking way too fast because exciting and fun stuff, and get that good voice in. I don't like my voice, but hey, it's my voice, I need to deal with it, and make good videos with that, so you actually get a demo of how to build it, in which step you do it. I only have a couple chances because I cannot recut it every time, so I need to accept a lot of mistakes, but hopefully I can make that one good enough so you have a video guide, a written guide, put it on printables. That was my same idea. I also got contacted by a Japanese person. It was really hard to communicate with him because he was using translating, and translating didn't go that all right, but it took him around 10 minutes of talking back and forth to realize that the lamp was not available yet. And he was trying to puzzle out if I was the maker of the lamp, because there are already a couple other people taking my videos and showing them as themselves in the Asian area. I already found 2 accounts that literally just are faking it that my lamp is theirs. And those 2 together are already in the 60,000 views in the Japan Asia area, because communication errors. And it's fine. I know that's gonna happen because decent product, hopefully. That's what I assume. That means, like, if I have the written guide, I will make a Japanese translation. I will make a Chinese Mandarin translation. I will make an Indian's translation. 5 all? Oh, way more. So like, and so I want to do a Spanish, like I want to get a couple more translations in it and put that also on YouTube, put that also on printable, so you have a written guide. Go. I was like very confused. But like having the written guide in multiple languages can extend the visibility of accessibility. And hopefully I can reach more people. The guy that was trying to talk in Japan with me and translating it took around 20 minutes to puzzle it out. What I was meaning and he was meaning and understanding, but he really liked the lamp. So if he builds it over there and it picks up there, and I have a decent written guide that actually shows how to assemble the lamp in the Japanese language, then I have a huge momentum there. China, Asia district goes nuts on lamps and RGBs. They really can go nuts there. Not nervous at all. Not nervous at all for that. But yeah, the written guide is a very important part, because without that, making the video guide is really hard. And I need to take that step by step and take that progress to the next level. And I want to show off that I can build a good base of quality in all my future products. And that's the hard part. I can skimp on it, put it live right now, get money. But I preferably want to make a good product that when you know, like if I'm building something and you like it, yes, it takes a little bit longer, but you know what you're gonna get, because I'm refusing to put out work that is on par quality. I will try my best to bring out the best I can do with the tools I have, and do that. That is my goal, and that's why it takes a little bit longer. And yes, being autistic, I'm stressed out in a lot of ways, and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you don't have the mindset, and everyone has a work dip down and not good days, and people need to be patient with that. Not everyone is ultra fast, not everyone is doing everything perfect, and that should be fine. Some people online need to have a little bit more patience. But then again, those people are not my clients, because yeah, cool, I miss a couple hasty clients. They're not coming back. Yep. But yeah, this is the progress I did on today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. It was excited to see so many people chat. That is really appreciated and cool. Maybe Thursday, probably not. Saturday I'm busy, so the next stream is definitely, I'm always doing my best to stream Tuesday around this time zone, because that is the one time I am weekly consistent in, because Thursdays, Saturdays and Mondays I am 50-50 busy with something else. And thank you all for being here. See you all next time, and whatever you do, make silly products, because that's cool. Later.